Welcome everyone to Baseball Brain, the American League of Mercer County podcast. I'm your host Harrison Milo alongside Dan Dweck and
John Parks is with us today from Miracle League Cafe.
All right, thank you. So if you guys didn't know, Miracle League Cafe is a coffee company through a different company who volunteers with National.
That's right. And we have John today. John, thanks so much for joining us.
Happy to be here.
We're going to have plenty of questions for you in a little bit. But before we get started, Harrison, you and I have a couple updates that we have to let the Miracle League world know about because it's 2022. We've changed the calendar and we've got a bunch of fun new some fun new things to share.
Sorry, that was my watch. Try to get them. All right. So first of all, register for winter workouts and spring 2022. Number 2, Emery Glove Company auction with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Glove. 3, today's announcement, a pretty big one. We are going down to South Hills, South Hills. I thought I messed up on that one. South Hills, this summer for a Miracle League, South Hills versus Miracle League Mercer County tournament.
So
Dan will have more of that.
Yes, South Hills is going to be coming to us in Mercer County August 5th, 6th, and 7th. On the 6th, we're going to have games at the Miracle League field between our travel team that we put together and the South Hills team that will be coming to visit us. And then at the end of that game, we'll all be heading over to Trenton Thunder to be recognized and honored at the stadium there that night. So the entire Miracle League of Mercer County and our guests from South Hills will be joining us that night on August 6th. You mentioned the Emery Glove Company, which is a glove company that was formed by a local baseball player here, Kevin Schneider, who actually grew up with me. We played baseball against each other in high school and Legion ball. He owns this Emery Glove Company. He is a former head coach at Immaculata University. And his older brother is the current bench coach, assistant coach for the Toronto Blue Jays. That's why I've got the Blue Jays gear on here today. They are doing a really cool thing. They have a beautiful custom-made baseball glove that was designed for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. A lot of you guys know who Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is. It's autographed by Vlad Jr. So Vladdy autographed the glove, and it's going to be up for auction. So we're going to see how much money they can raise auctioning off this glove, and all of the proceeds are going to go right back to us at Miracle League.
So does that mean at one of our auctions or somewhere else?
They're auctioning it off themselves through their website and their social media. So we're just going to help promote it.
Will we be able to do an auction somehow?
Oh, we have plenty of other things to talk about. Actually, I didn't send it to you in the updates, Harrison, but we will be having another fundraiser event on Thursday, February 10th at Killarney's Public House. It's going to be a guest bartending night with Wayne D'Angelo, our local state assemblyman, Wayne D'Angelo, and Frank Lucchese. Our good friend Frank Lucchese, and we'll have auction items for sale that night. We're going to have a really fun night doing a whole bunch of different things, raising money for Miracle League that night as well. And that's all in preparation again for our spring season coming up with opening day on April 2nd.
Soon opening day, huh?
Are you ready? I'm ready. I can't wait.
I think that's the earliest we've ever had opening day.
It's pretty early. Yeah, we usually, I think because of the way Easter falls this year, it falls a little bit later. So we're able to sneak in
Sorry.
Your mom was so excited she dropped the glass. Yeah, we're really excited about getting back to playing baseball again because the fall was so cool. So yeah, a nice early start. Bundle up, buddy. It's probably going to be pretty cold on April 2nd.
Okay, and will our mascot Homer be at any of these events?
Oh yes, Homer will be at all of these events, but we got to make sure that Lorenzo's not around when Homer is, because we know he's not a big fan of mascots. But we'll have Homer, and we'll also have Boomer from Trenton Thunder as always.
What? So, I think this is probably the first year. I mean, the first time that I know of that Homer will probably appear at a game.
You're right. He was at opening day, the opening night ceremonies, but we didn't have him at the game. So we got to start getting him at the games during game time.
Right. So, do we have anything else to talk about before I let?
So that's it for now. But obviously, now that we're into 2022 and we're getting everybody registered, a lot of the focus still remains on fundraising. We did a really great job in November and December with Giving Tuesday and all of the fundraising efforts that we did over the holiday season. But we still have plenty of time to continue to fundraise until we get back into regular league play. And that transitions us perfectly into our guest today, John Parks, really cool guy who I've had the chance to meet and have plenty of conversations with over the last year, along with his partner, Andy. And they run this organization called Miracle League Cafe. John, thanks so much for joining us today.
Happy to be here. Very excited to be here. So I appreciate the invite.
Absolutely. Harrison, fire away.
So, what are the different combinations of the coffee?
What are the different combinations of coffees? Well, what we tried to do is create a family of blends that really appeal to the broadest audience. And so we have we have dark roast coffees. We have people who like espresso. We have an espresso coffee. We've got 100% Colombian because I think Juan and his donkey did a great job of marketing 100% Colombian, which is a great cup. We have another medium roast coffee as well. In addition to those folks that need decaf, we also have a decaf. So we have 5 primary blends of coffee at this point. More to come, though.
They are all delicious. I can vouch for it. Look, I got it right here.
That's good.
Got it right on camera there for you. There's your sale.
How did you start?
Wow, that's a big old question. It actually happened. I've been in the coffee business for 35 years, and the parent company that I work with is 108 years old. In fact, my partner is, and this is not Andy. This is the other coffee company. He was my old college roommate, and so I stopped after college to help him for a couple of weeks in the sales world, and here I am 35 years later. But when COVID came, we realized that there was a need, and there's a need especially in the world of charities and about being able to raise funds. And my wife has a charity, and she was having difficulties, so I helped her out with coffee. And Andy has also been very active in the world with different types of charities as well. And so we were looking at his skill set, and Andy was originally one of my clients, one of my customers. And we decided to pool our complementary skills together and find a way that we can help satisfy some of the needs for some of the charities that are out there. To be able to sell a great cup of coffee and do it at a reasonable price so that charities can help raise funds to make the Miracle League possible.
We really appreciate you doing it. It's
we're happy to. It's fun.
Well, we were saying just off air a couple minutes ago. I mean, it's such an easy thing to do. Everybody drinks coffee, right? Harrison, do you drink coffee?
Only ice.
Iced coffee. Well, there you go. You can do it iced.
That's fine. That's fine.
You can brew it and throw it over a couple ice cubes here. It's delicious. But everybody drinks coffee. So, I think there's definitely it's really cool that you guys do this, and we've started to put that out here with our league, and we're hoping that it continues to take off. What are some ways, John? I mean, I know we've talked about it, but for the listeners here, what are some ways that they can that our league, our community, our network can support Miracle League by supporting Miracle League Cafe?
There are different ways to actually to offer the product. I mean, we call it the passive approach, which is quite literally putting putting it on your social media and having it connecting to your page on the Miracle League Cafe website. And as our people are buying coffee, they simply go there, and we're happy to send them coffee. And in fact, if they buy 3 bags, shipping is free. And I feel like I should sing that in some way, but that is really the passive. Really, it's just a matter of talking about it, sharing it on your social media. Literally 100% of the time, if somebody mentions it on social media, somebody will buy, and so you will have sales that result from that. The other way is to do different types of fundraisers. You can have an active fundraiser. I don't want to say like Girl Scout cookies, kind of like Girl Scout cookies that you can go out and sell the product, and as another way. And certainly there's more margin, and what that means, Harrison, that means there's more money for your location to be able to make that way. And there's also wholesale options that you can purchase the coffee and even sell it at some of the games if you wanted to, or to see if there are different other retail establishments that might be willing to carry the product. That's also something that you can do.
Are you looking to put in the cafe more than just coffee?
At some point, but that is something that we have to discuss with your national representatives, and to be able to expand that. What we're looking at doing is expanding the different types of coffee offerings that we have. You're looking at different like K-cups, moving into some organic lines as well. So what we're going to start with first are the different types of coffee products that we can have.
You mentioned the K cups. I know that was something that was discussed a little while back when we were first, getting all the information about Miracle League Cafe a couple months back. How close are you guys to having K cups on production?
It's definitely before April 1st.
Oh, wow.
Or April 2nd. Yeah. So we'll have that. It's coming down to finding the right grind, and it's as a coffee snob. I mean, I don't think I've slept since spring, but I've been drinking so much coffee. But to actually put together the appropriate form factor, we're looking at just starting out with a couple of different blends, and to be able to do it in a way that is cost effective and achieves your goals, as well as making sure that is something that the client or the customer it's priced appropriately. That's what I would say. But we're very close for that. A lot of it is just making sure and partnering with getting the right equipment, the right grind. Believe it or not, there is a science to coffee in addition to an art form when it comes to making coffee products. So but we're very close. We're very close.
There's a science to everything.
Oh, there is. It's the challenge comes in, though, Dan, is that, in Harrison, that you can't plug into a computer that says, give me coffee that tastes like this. It's still part of the art form is knowing how to drink coffee. Mm-hmm. And Harrison, if you're drinking iced coffee, that's a great thing. That's a place to start. And I'll give you a suggestion, Harrison, with your iced coffee, make coffee ice cubes. And that way you don't dilute it with regular ice cubes. So, so just something to do. So something to keep in mind.
That's a good idea. Harrison, what do you think of that?
I've done it before.
Oh, good.
He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing.
I say no more. Do you have any other? That's awesome. That's great. That's cool.
All right. Trivia time.
Oh, here we go. We're putting you on the spot, John.
This is tough. Okay. No, can I phone a friend? I mean, is there a
You can text a friend if you need to.
Where's Andy when I need him? Oh, boy.
Harrison, did you notice too? John like really stood up proper and tall, like as he got ready. Like, you can tell he's getting nervous. He's getting ready for your questions.
I'm real nervous. It's been a while since I threw a baseball or
All right. Question 1. How many double stitches are there on a baseball? And this one is not multiple choice. You just have to guess.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to go with 365.
I'm going to say 2,000.
Wrong.
What do we got?
108.
108. Okay, so John wins by virtue of being much closer than me.
I'm going to write this. Hang on. That was 108, so I can give this to Andy. 108 stitches?
108 stitches on a baseball. There you go.
Okay.
Rank the following 300 game winners by career percentage. By career winning percentage.
Oh boy.
Greg Maddux, Tom Seaver, Randy Johnson, Tom Glavine, Warren Spain.
Warren Spahn. Okay, so you said Maddux?
Maddux, Seaver, Johnson, Glaver, and Spahn.
Seaver, Randy Johnson, Glavine, and Warren Spahn.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 5 of them.
You're making this tough. Good grief.
That's tough.
This is a Hail Mary at this point. Man,
Yeah.
you know what? That's too tough for me. I'm
gonna take a really wild guess here.
All right, let's see.
I'm gonna put. I think Tom Seaver's last, so I'm gonna work back. So Harrison, I'm gonna go from lowest to highest. Tom Seaver at 5. I'm gonna say Warren Spahn 4. I'm gonna say Tom Glavine 3, Randy Johnson 2, Maddux number 1.
Maddux at number 1, Seaver's number 2.
Wow.
Johnson 3rd, Glavine 4th, Spahn 5th.
I just assumed because Seaver played for the Mets, he didn't.
They're in the same order though. Oh my gosh.
I know. I felt like I gave yourself the answer.
Well, how about the next one if you give me the answer? That'd be great.
Yeah. Those were 2 very tough questions again, Harrison. Your reputation is safe.
Wow. Good grief.
All right, what else do you have for us, buddy?
All right, so 102 years ago.
That's the answer.
Oh.
The answer is that.
Oh, answer. Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux, Tom Seaver, Tom Glavine, and Warren Spahn.
So started. So Randy Johnson.
Oh, okay. So this is all right. So, okay.
Randy Johnson was number 1 with 646
Wow.
games. Greg Maddux number 2 with 610 games. Tom Seaver number 3 with 603 games. Tom Glavine number 4 with 600 games.
Holy cow, I was way
and
off.
Warren Spahn with 597 games.
That was way off. All right.
Wow. Huh. You've made me a lot smarter here, Harrison. I'm going to definitely take this and stump some friends.
You absolutely learned something when you come on this podcast.
I guess so. It's
This is
I have the same
it's
question.
not. No, you can't read this
No.
because it's cut off.
All right. So this is this day in baseball history. We switched it up a little bit.
Oh, this day in baseball history.
Well, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna guess that. 102 years ago, this week, Boston owner Harry Frazee explained why he sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees for $425,000. We were fast becoming a one-man team.
So how much was it? It was $425,000. Is that what you said?
425,000.
Yes, 425,000.
And then the curse lasted a good 70 plus years.
That is amazing.
But you know what? As a Yankee fan, I was happy with that. Hey, they gave us Babe Ruth and a whole bunch of World Series championships.
Here's a little mystery fact. Back in the early 1900s, my grandfather was a bat boy for the Yankees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, way back when.
Back when they were the Highlanders.
I think. Well, when did they become the Yankees?
19.
I should ask Harrison.
Yeah, we should. I
don't even know.
I think it was like 1908 they became the Yankees.
Okay, because he would have been. Yeah, this would have been 1910, 1912, in the very early days. Yeah,
that's very cool.
Or in 1899. So
that's very cool.
Then he became a pro golfer after that.
Well, that's another episode. That's like 25 minutes that we just rapid fire right through. It was a lot of fun. Harrison, great job as always. John, thank you so much for joining us today.
It was a pleasure.
Harrison, you got anything else to send us off?
So so when we do the travel, when do we go? We're going to Pittsburgh, right? They're not just coming to us.
They are coming to us this year. We will be going to them at some point, a yet to be determined date. We're still working that out.
I wasn't sure if it was like, then is that going to be the All-Star game? Are we doing?
So it's going to be a competitive travel team. So that they will be coming to us and we'll be playing. There's a whole set of guidelines and rules that they have together for their competitive team, which is either you play with outs. So either 3 outs in an inning or 5 runs scored, whichever comes first. And there's a whole series of guidelines that we'll share, and we'll be putting all that information out soon. But the idea is they are going to come to us. They are also traveling to a couple other locations. And then next year we will go to them. But in the meantime, we're also looking at potentially going to visit other Miracle Leagues this year with our own travel team. And we may do that as a competitive travel and as a traditional inclusive team travel.
We know who we would visit.
There are a lot of conversations being had. We're just trying to figure out which Miracle Leagues would be willing to or able to accommodate us and how we can work out the logistics of that. Travel itself, the expenses.
And would it be flown or would it be bus?
That depends on how much money we raise, buddy.
And how far it is.
So we will see, but hopefully we will have some opportunities to travel to some very fun locations. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we are moving forward with our travel team that I have been talking about for a year and a half now, at least, if not 2 years before COVID put the pause on everything. So exciting stuff.
We'll be back to normal, everyone. Back to normal, like full everything. Are we gonna? I don't remember. We didn't have hot dogs this fall, did we?
We did not, but we are gonna. I'll have an update on that soon too. We will have our concession stand back. It's going to be part of a new program that we're doing. That's going to include skill development and training for some of our Miracle League players. If anybody's interested in signing up for it, so we're going to have a lot of fun with that. We're partnering up with TCNJ, and it's also part of a project that one of our own players is using as her Girl Scout project. So we'll actually have a fun renovated area for the concession stand. The Garden State Plate is at Armando's Cafe is the name. So a lot of information is going to be coming out on that. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We have a couple more meetings to get through with all the details on how that's going to come together. But we're going to be giving our own players, our own Miracle Leaguers, the opportunity to learn and develop skill, some life skills, some work skills, and TCNJ is going to be helping us accomplish that. So it's going to be very, very cool.
And also, I have some exciting news. We are back having players on the podcast. Contact me or contact Dan if you are interested in signing up.
That is right. Some player spotlights. So let us know. Contact Harrison. Let them know we're ready to do some more player spotlights.
I have the questions ready to go, and we can either make you the guest, or I would be more than happy to do it on a separate recording. I could
There you
do
go.
it on a separate recording if you, but I would prefer to just do one, because when we do more than one, we have to figure out a time in the podcast in the episode to put the player spotlight.
And to that point too, we also need some sponsors. So if you are out there, anybody, you're listening to us and you want to sponsor our Baseball Brain podcast, please reach out to me and let us know. We're looking for a 2022 sponsor.
There is a feature, but I haven't figured that out yet.
There you go.
All right, everyone, we'll see you next week.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.